Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Cinematic Wonder. Today, we're diving deep into some of the most intriguing updates and speculations in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This week, we've got some jaw-dropping news about Blade and Armor Wars. And trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. If you've been following our recent videos, you know that things have been tumultuous for Blade and Armor Wars. According to industry insider Daniel Rickman, both projects are on shaky ground, with Blade struggling through a revolving door of writers and directors, and Armor Wars seemingly facing its own set of issues. Don Cheadle's recent quip about not knowing what Armor Wars is might be more than just a joke. There's genuine concern over these projects. But hold on, because what we're hearing now could flip the script entirely. Fresh reports suggest that Blade might not only be back on track, but could also play a massive role in the MCU, extending well beyond the current multiverse saga. Let's break down the latest updates, where they're coming from, and what it means for the future of both the Midnight Suns and the supernatural side of Marvel. First up, let's revisit the concerns surrounding Blade and Armor Wars. Earlier in the week, Daniel Rickman hinted that the fate of both projects would become clearer soon. My initial take was that as long as Mahershala Ali was still attached to Blade, there was still hope. If Ali decided to leave, it would be headline news immediately. But as long as he's involved, anything is possible. Marvel might just be holding off on Blade to focus on the completion of the multiverse saga. With major reveals like Robert Downey Jr.'s return and the need to tie up loose ends in the multiverse saga, it seemed plausible that Blade could be put on the back burner until after Avengers: Secret Wars. Here's where things get interesting. Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus has recently shared some exciting insights. During a Q&A on Discord, Perez was asked about the possibility of Blade releasing after Secret Wars and how Mahershala Ali's Blade could fit into the multiverse storyline. His response was revealing. Perez indicated that while the supernatural side of the MCU is slated for exploration after Secret Wars, Marvel is taking a unique approach. He mentioned that Marvel is aiming to keep supernatural storylines distinct from the broader MCU narrative. This means that while Blade might not have a major role before Secret Wars, the supernatural elements, like those introduced in Werewolf by Night and Moon Knight, will continue to develop independently. Perez explained that Marvel's strategy is to create separate narrative threads for different genres within the MCU. So, if you're into supernatural stories, you won't need to keep track of every reference across the entire MCU. This separation aims to make the MCU more accessible for both new and returning viewers without overwhelming them with interconnected details. Now here's the big news that dropped a day later. Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic podcast, an insider known for breaking major Marvel scoops, revealed that Marvel is in discussions with a new director for Blade. And guess what? The frontrunner is none other than Chad Stahelski, the mastermind behind the John Wick franchise. Stahelski has expressed his passion for directing Blade and has been vocal about it in interviews. The idea of Stahelski taking on Blade is incredibly exciting, given his track record with action-packed, stylish films. So what does this all mean? If Mahershala Ali is still attached to Blade, and with Stahelski potentially stepping in, it suggests that Marvel has big plans for the character. The fact that discussions are underway for a new director implies that Marvel is not giving up on Blade, but is instead retooling the project for a more impactful entry. With the multiverse saga drawing to a close, Blade might be positioned to make a significant splash in the MCU's next phase. This could mean we'll see Mahershala Ali's Blade in a role that extends beyond just one film, potentially interacting with other supernatural characters, or even playing a crucial part in future MCU storylines. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the potential cameos in Avengers: Secret Wars. We've seen hints of Gambit and X-23 making appearances, and while it's exciting, it's also worth noting that the easiest cameos to include would be characters we've already seen in previous phases. Expect to see more of those familiar faces rather than brand new characters who need extensive backstory. In summary, while Blade might be on hold until after Secret Wars, The potential involvement of Chad Stahelski and the continued presence of Mahershala Ali mean that the project is far from dead. In fact, it might be gearing up for a major comeback that could reshape the MCU's approach to the supernatural. So, what do you think about these developments? How excited are you about the possibility of Chad Stahelski directing Blade? And how do you feel about the MCU's new strategy for handling supernatural storylines? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more updates on everything happening in the Marvel Universe. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.